Hi my friends, sorry it's been a while since I've posted a video. I deal with chronic pain and it flared up a lot this last week and I've been doing doctor's appointments and things like that. Anyways, TMI, but I am back and I am actually just about to go into a harvest festival. Looks like it's called, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I am going there because my favorite balsamic vinegar I found out is going to be there. And I hear there's lots of crafts, maybe? Crafting things. I've seen advertisements for blown glass. Let's see, art, photography, you name it. So let's go in and see what it's all about. I'm excited to have a little fun. I've been needing some fun. Okay, I just saw the sign, Harvest Festival Original Art and Craft Show. So I hear music. I wonder if there's food. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything. But I'm excited. Okay, let's go see what this is all about. What I didn't know then. Couldn't hurt as bad as leaving you. Turns out I knew what I was thinking. Like the whirlpool and the babies cry, I've got a song, I've got a song. Okay, I'm back in the car. I wanted to do more filming, but I was too shy. So I got some filming done, but it really wasn't that huge of a thing. There was a lot of mother and daughters, which kind of made me feel a little emotional. You know, if my mom was still alive, we would have gone to this together. And I was, towards the end, as I was leaving, I sat down on one of the benches and was listening to the special music going on. And there was a couple of ladies there and they were dancing. And it just made me think of my mom, because my mom loved to dance, especially when she was in full-blown Alzheimer's. And she would just dance so much that it was a little embarrassing. But it just made my day seeing those ladies dance. They were probably my mom's age too, and it was a lot of fun. It made me think of her.
So I'm stopping to get a Starbucks, and then I'm going to pick up my girl, and then I'm headed home, and I'll do a little haul video. I didn't buy a ton, but I did buy more than I should. But I didn't buy a ton, but I'll show you all of my goodies. Okay, are you ready to see my haul? There was this one vendor, I'm wishing I took a video of her, but she had her booth set up. She had some bags and she had her sewing machine. And while people looked, she'd just sew and work on more bags. I thought that was a really cool idea. I just bought from her this little Snoopy bag that snaps closed. It's just canvas on the inside, but I thought it was really cute. I'll probably hold my paper piecing stuff that I need when I go outside. So it'll hold my scissors, my needles, my little Altoid tin English paper piecing kit, things like that, just the right size. And then I have started this new Bible study, and I have been needing to bring pens with me. So she made these she made these pencil pouches or pin pouches. She had bigger ones and she had smaller ones, and I just needed enough for a highlighter and a pen. So that's what I got that for. I thought it was really pretty, the floral design. I don't know, I hope you can see it, but it was really beautiful. And that's what I got from her. She had a lot of bags and it was very tempting. A couple of the bags I really liked, but it wasn't quite big enough for knitting, so I didn't do it. But it was very, very tempting because I love a good bag. Then there was another vendor, and I got this little metal Christmas tree. I thought it had a rustic, whimsical Charlie Brown type of look to it. Charlie Brown as in whimsical and illustrative, I guess you would say. And then just a couple of magnets for my fridge, some metal flowers, and then a little pink rose, and then a little pink rosebud. So I'll put that on my fridge. Then I got these really cute bottles. The baby breath kind of died in the bag and the wrapping. But she took these little mason jar bottles and she painted little wildflowers on there. And I thought it was so pretty. Sometimes I'll get a rose from my garden and I'll need a little vase. And here's what the top looks like. Or if you're looking for wildflowers, or you pick wildflowers, I mean. And then this little guy here. She did a lot of painted bottles, and they're just so pretty and elegant. So I'm excited to use these. And the nice thing about these is I can use them all year round. So she had Christmas and she had Thanksgiving themed ones, but I just like the idea of using it all year round. And when spring comes, I'll really want to use it. So I got that. Oh yeah, one more thing in her shop was this candle, and she painted the holly on there. I thought it was so pretty, and I was like, I don't need a candle, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. When I saw it with the Christmas decorations, it just gave me this feel of the Dickens fair, and I think that's what sold me. I knew if I left it behind, I'd be disappointed, so I'm really happy that I ended up getting it. Okay, let's talk about my projects. So I have had this hibernating for, I thought it was just a year, but it might have been 2 years. But this is a fall granny square blanket that I started working on. And I started it with my Woolen Women fiber scraps. And there was another yarn dyer, I don't remember her name, but sadly, she's not dyeing any more yarn, and she was going to be my go-to for fall colors. They were so beautiful. Oh well, I'll have to keep looking. But I really love this burnt orange. This rusty burnt orange was a mini from, not a mini, well it was a mini, but it was a Patreon mini, so it was only 10 grams of this beautiful orange, and I wish I had a whole skein of it from Woolen Women fibers. It's just so pretty. So the colors I have in here are some tannish browns, pops of orange, pop of aqua, a little bit of blue. I might add some purple in there. So basically what I'm doing is I have a whole bunch of scraps. Some are not scraps, but I didn't know what to do with them other than a fall blanket, so I'm using that for this. I have a lot of Woolen Women fiber in here, and not sure what else. It's just kind of a mix of orange and brown and blue. I want to make a shawl out of it. I love this color combination, but because it's scrappy, there's no way I'm going to be able to duplicate it, especially since I've used up most of the skeins. I'm getting to the point where one mini is not enough to go all the way around. So I'm going to have to not be picky. Let's see, do I have this right way? Yeah. I'm going to have to not be picky and be okay with different yarn on the same round. The thing is, no one's going to know but me. So perfectionism, no. I am a recovered perfectionist. So if I can avoid perfectionism, I will definitely do that. I still don't have my button sewed on. I couldn't find the needle to go through the button. So I think I found the needle. I lost my needles and yesterday I found them. So now I can put the button on. Yay! So I really haven't been working on a lot other than my Ooey Gooey Sweater, or I like to call it my Rick Rack sweater because I like that name better and I like Rick Rack. But I left it in the other room, so I will go get it. I'll be right back. Okay, prepare to be amazed. Okay, not really, but what do you think? I did pretty good, didn't I? And I was afraid it was going to be too small, but I think it is going to fit. Yay! And if it doesn't, that's fine, but I think it will. I'm hoping it's not too big, so if I lose weight, it still fits me. But that's about how far I got under the armpit. Now, what I'm confused about is if I follow the pattern, I'm supposed to start the ribbing because I've hit over, I think it's 6.5 inches from the underarm cast on, and that would make for a very short-waisted sweater. I have a short waist, but not this short. So, I don't know. So I think I'm going to make it longer. But for now, what I've done is I've started on the sleeves. So I have these sleeves casted on, and now I'm knitting this a little bit. Then I'm going to cast on these sleeves, knit to match, and then go back and forth so I can remember what I do on each arm. So I'll knit a little on the right arm, knit a little on the left, record as I go just in case I forget. And then pretty soon I won't have the one arm syndrome. I want to make sure to do them at the same time or I'll have one arm done and I won't want to do the other arm. I'm going to see how far I can go down with the arms before I run out of the skein, and then I will start a new skein and work more on the body. It's turning out really good. I love the colors. When I knit, my gauge is too long, and there was another podcaster, I don't remember who it was, had the same problem as I did. So what she had to do is take out some rows, but in order to not mess up the increase, I had to rip back. And when they say like increase and then knit 6 rounds, I shorten that to like 3 rounds and then increase and then 3 rounds. And I cut off maybe a whole inch because it was supposed to be from the yoke. Oh, I don't remember. But I was like 3 or 4 inches off and I didn't want my armpits to be all the way down here. So I ripped it back and it was a very smart decision. So my dog's in here sniffing. Sorry if you can hear her. So I think that was a good decision and it fits really nicely. Next time I'll try it on and show you how it looks. Okay. I think that's it for now. Before I close out Vlogtober, I wanted to show you my Ooey Gooey sweater so far. I still have the sleeves to do. I'm going to do long sleeves and I'm going to do the decorations at the end. And I think I have the body where I want it. I just need to bind off. So let's see if So I'm very happy with it. So I think I'm going to bind off. I might make it longer. I don't know. I wanted a big cuff like the pattern. This is 3.5 inches, I believe, which is what the pattern said. So I think that's how I'll keep it. But I'm really happy with it. The fit's nice. I'm glad I fixed the bottom so the yoke wasn't so long. Otherwise the pits would have been like down to here. It'll probably smooth out once it's been blocked, but it looks pretty good even unblocked. So yay, I'm very happy with it. Anyways, I thought I'd show you that before I signed off officially. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye my friends, see you next time.